The next concept we are going to see is finding the domain and range of real valued functions. Okay. Now, this is a very important idea because many times questions are asked on these lines, find the domain of, find the range of, etc. But there is a problem here. When we are given a relation from A to B, okay, we can ask, is this relation a function? Because we know that the rules that a relation has to satisfy in order to become a function. Okay, that means we should be given the set A, we should be given the set B, and set A, for this to be a function, set A should be the domain and set B will be the codomain, and by actually working out the whatever conditions in the set builder, we will be able to find the range. So this part is easy. So I would say, given A comma B is a relation, a function. This is an easy question to answer because that is what we have done so far using the two conditions that a function must satisfy. But what we have written as the heading and the kind of problems we are going to see is, given a function, find the domain. How do we do that? It's a little weird. For example, suppose I say f is a function from A to B, x comma y, such that y is equal to x plus 1, and suppose I say what is the domain of this function, as in come up with sets for A and B such that this will become a function, because I have already told you that given that f is a function, this relation is a function. Now I can say domain could be anything. For example, I could simply take the domain as the numbers 2 and 5. Okay, think about it. Suppose I take the set A as the numbers 2 and 5 and set B, okay, so let us say A is 2 and 5 and B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will just come up with some random example. Is f a function? Does it satisfy all the conditions? Well, 2 and 5 are the two elements in A, and so let us look at, by addressing this, what will f contain? Okay, y is x plus 1, so you will have 2 comma 3 as one of the elements, 5 comma 6 as one of the elements. Okay, now no other element will be there because 2 and 5 are the only elements part of A. Is this a function? Well, it satisfies both the conditions, that every element has a image, 2 has the image 3, 5 has an image 6, and every element has only one image. So could we say the answer to this question, I have given the function y equals x plus 1, could we say that the answer is 2 comma 5? It is a little meaningless to ask what is the domain, because 2 comma 5 could be the domain. I could write 3 comma 1 by root 2 as a domain. I could say minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, all negative integers could still be a domain, and I will correspondingly come up with a set for B. So how does it even make sense to ask this question, is find the domain? Because usually somebody gives you the domain and you verify whether it is a function, and somebody tells you it is a function and asks you to give a domain. It should be very easy. Find a nice simple domain so that it satisfies both conditions. Well, technically it is correct. So in fact, technically to ask the question find the domain is a bit of a meaningless question. So the actual question should have been, which is what people imply but they do not state this explicitly, is that find the largest domain or the largest subset of real numbers that can be the domain. Okay, it is a bit of cheating. This is what they imply, but what they state is just find the domain, okay. But you have to understand that this is what you are required to find, because if this is not stated explicitly, like I said 2 comma 5 is a valid answer, but if you give that as an answer, you are going to be marked wrong, unfortunately, because the teachers have, or the people who gave the question have assumed this to be the question. Find the largest subset of real numbers that can be the domain. For example, 2 comma 5 is clearly allowed to be a domain, but you can add all positive numbers, that will also be a domain because it will satisfy. You can in fact add all negative numbers, positive numbers, all real numbers will still satisfy. Why? Because there is no real number for which this will be a violation of the function definition. So this is a real valued function whose domain and codomain could be R comma R. This is also possible, but this is possible, and this is what they are asking you. And given that this is the largest subset of the real numbers itself satisfies. So we are expected to say that the domain of this function is the set of all real numbers. This is one very important idea to keep in mind when finding the domain. And if the range is asked, the range that is asked for the question is for this domain, for this largest subset of real numbers, what is the range you get? That is really the question that is asked, and that we should keep in mind when we are asked find the domain, find the range for a function. Remember, the other question that could be asked is, I will tell you what is the A and what is the B, and I will ask you, is this relation a function? That just still requires the standard test of the two conditions, and that's fine. But this is a very different kind of question, and this is what is meant in that question.